Hi, Kathleen W, Scott Central Attendance Center, Forest, Mississippi. One of my proudest moments as a teacher is when I'm able to take a struggling program and turn it around into being a successful program. An example of this was in Memphis City Schools. It was an inner city program, and I was told by the administration that I would have some obstacles that I'd have to overcome if possible. We had rival gang members in the band program. So the first day I sat down with my kids and I told them, I said, look, we can do two things. We can keep it the way it is and not do many activities, not learn much music, just kind of go with the flow. Or we can leave all our social problems outside the door and come in here and learn to play some music and be an active program. And that is totally up to you. So I told the kids to go home that night and to think about it. And if they wanted to have an active band program, to come back the next day with their instruments ready to play. Day 2, we had band class. The first year, we were able to go through some pep music. We played at the football games and basketball games, and we did 2 concerts, a Christmas and a spring concert, and then we played for the high school graduation. Year 2 was a huge success. We still played at the basketball games and football games, but we also added in some concert festivals. And in the past 14 years, they had never scored a superior rating. So for the first time in 14 years, this small group of talented kids scored a superior on Concert Festival. The third year, we added in an out-of-town trip. So this group of kids who was supposedly not able to get along pulled together to form a successful band program and traveled together to Six Flags over Texas to the Concert Festival there. And again, this small group of kids scored a superior rating. I think they turned the program around, and these kids proved to me that anybody can do music if they choose to. Probably one of the most hardest parts of my life of teaching is when I lost a band student. And you know how close band families become. And it was to a tragic accident. The child was hit by a car and killed instantly. So I had to figure out a way to let my students grieve properly in their own way. Nobody would sit in his chair, so they put a black ribbon in his chair. And then we continued on with band. We got to our concerts, and again, that chair was left empty, and they honored his student with an amazing concert. So I had to allow them to grieve, but continue on with the educational process. That was probably the hardest thing I've ever had to do. A unique technique that I use in my classrooms is I bring in cross-curriculum activities. Because music is math, music is language arts, music is science, history, physical education, social studies. So one of my favorite things to teach is slavery in music. And the kids discover the historical meaning behind the hidden messages in the songs. They study the star constellations. They learn to follow the Big Dipper, otherwise known as the drinking gourd. They use their map skills to follow the clues that are in the song up the Mississippi Valley, up to the Ohio River, and into Canada. They learn about the star constellations, they use their map skills, and of course, they learn to play and sing the songs. One of the things that I think I do differently than a lot of other teachers is I encourage my kids. I provide them with love, motivation, and encouragement. Every school I've had the opportunity to teach at, I've had the privilege of introducing them to a motto that I believe in. And that motto is, who dares wins. It's out of the book, Who Dares Wins. It's a motivational book by Gigapit Notebooks. And I teach the kids, and we talk about, if you dare to believe, if you dare to dream, if you dare to strive for excellence, if you dare to trust, you will win. And I think the last thing I do, and my kids compliment it and talk about it all the time, is when they're leaving, I always say, have a good day, and remember, I love you. Thank you.